you make cash money, allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. Follow your own discernment, but I'm here to help you out, okay? Okay, I think we're all looking for new and exciting ways to make money online. Easy, fast, quick. This was fast cash for me. There were days I made $2,500. Yes, there was days I made $2,000. I still remember the number, $2,600. Actually, if I remember correctly, there was a day I made $6,500. Like, I'm not joking. Okay, so this will help you out. Okay. I barely had to work. I didn't have to stress about money ever. Alright. But there's a reason I'm not doing that today, and I'll tell you why. Because anything that disturbs my peace, I refuse to do. This may disturb your peace. I will warn you right now, okay? This may disturb your peace. So unless you're prepared for that mentally, spiritually, emotionally, don't do it. Maybe try it once or twice for fun. Like, I'll be honest, it's exciting at first. My first sponsor, they paid like $800, so I was just starting out on YouTube. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. No, I'm sorry. I started back in 2014 doing sponsorships. My first one was like $50. And it was not even money. It was like $50 worth of a product. And then it slowly got up like $300 with the products. And then they started paying. The more, I guess, experience I had. You do need a track record. You need a sort of like resume, or like to keep track of the past promotions you've done, because companies will ask you in email. First of all, you need a business email, okay? And make that very clear that this is for marketing or media, okay? For business, marketing, or media. You want to be somewhat professional, but they know because you're an entertainer online, you're not going to be totally like professional, 9-to-5 professional, but try your best, capitalize the first letter, do your little like warm regards, or, start with hello, sir, madam, capital name, and then end with your name, obviously, so, or thanks, and then your name. Alright, and try to be responsive in a timely manner. What I've noticed is, back then when I was getting like the most sponsors, like 2017 was probably it. Like, that was it for me with the most sponsors. And that's like all I was doing. That's like how I was making a lot of my money at the time. Not the majority, but a lot of it was sponsors. And so I got so overwhelmed that I basically forgot to reply to emails sometimes, or I overlooked an email. Like, I opened an email accidentally, or I was having lunch and I'm like, oh, I'll reply to it later, and I never did, because then I got like 3 other emails, you know what I'm saying? So I would reply like a day or 2 later. That's fine. If it was like over a week, they're done with you. Like, I don't care how much they love you, how much they say they love you. If you respond like a week, a month later, they're not gonna reply. They're just looking at you like a threat now, because you are not actively replying to your email. So there's no guarantee like you're gonna follow through, you know what I'm saying? So try to be timely. I recommend personally a few hours. Within a few hours is your best bet. Okay, within a few minutes, maybe not, because you seem desperate, right? You seem like you really need the money. You seem like this is your first offer, so try to do within a few hours. Don't be too desperate, okay? So, next thing I can tell you, I'm qualified to talk about this. I work with 80 different, I think about 60 different sponsors, 80 different times. So some sponsors, I've done 5 or 6 times the same company. So that's where I'm saying like about 60 different companies, but about 80 different sponsorship videos on YouTube specifically alone. That does not count Instagram or Twitter, because I've done those promotions too. They don't pay as much. They pay only like $100, $200. And honestly, it's sometimes equal or more work than the YouTube ones. So I'm like, it's not worth it. So I stopped doing those. And I totally stopped doing spawns now headphones. Or no, it was like, yeah, something like that. 500 free headphones, right? You guys probably remember this. I'm ashamed to say it, but yeah, it was my fault. But I don't take the full blame because I was also, like, they were good. They were good. They were as good. Like, they got me, okay? Now, the effed up thing is that they did pay me, so that's why I believe them. They paid me, like, I think up front, okay? Sometimes sponsor will pay you up front. Sometimes they'll pay you half or a third up front and then the rest later. Sometimes no payment until you're totally done. Those are the risky ones, and you want to watch out for those. I'll tell you about that too. So let me talk about a little bit of the bad experiences I've had. So they promised like the first 500 to sign up, and you guys signed up. Like there was a whole freaking list. Like so many people bought $8 headphones. Like I was shocked. Like they told me there were like hundreds of people that bought this $8 headphones. So I'm like, okay. And then people start asking me, where's the headphones? Where's the headphones? I'm like, oh snap, so I was in trouble, right? I was in hot boiling water with you guys because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled again. But you guys understood. I did have personal one-on-one contact with people in the DMs too. They were really frustrated. I felt like I was the headphone company and I was customer support, and people were letting it out. And I'm like, okay, I understand your frustration, but there's like nothing I could do. These people literally scammed us, right? So I felt literally so bad that I actually took some of that pay that they paid me, which wasn't much, really wasn't much, and I donated it back to some people as a refund who wanted, the money back for those headphones. Only the people that contacted me, and then I made a video about it. So yeah, definitely watch out for that. If someone promises you like 100 free, yeah, it's probably too good to be true. Don't fall for it. And I contacted them back. They never replied. They said, oh yeah, they should get their stuff. And then I contacted it with like proof basically that these people did not get their stuff, and then they never responded. So yeah, a lot of times it's not worth it to take legal action against these companies because they didn't even pay you much to begin with, and it would cost you way more to try to get your money back. Like it just wouldn't be worth it, right? Like it's just so. And then I had to contact them again. Gone. No trace. They have no address, no email address, no phone number, nothing. So there's no way to find out who it is. It could have been just anyone. So that sucked. And because I put like all this effort into the intro, like the promo and stuff like that, and it's a waste of my time, my energy, and I had to give some of that money back to people because I felt sorry. I was like, I can't. This is dirty money now at this point, right? It feels like I'm the one who scammed people, even though it wasn't me. So yeah, you want to watch out because your name is on the line, your reputation. If you work with a bad company, you do a commercial with any bad company, that's on you. Now, you just did a promo with that company that has that shady activity, okay? So yeah, hard lesson, and I think that was when I was like totally done with spawns. I'm like, this is a sign from above, like stop it. This is making you depressed, miserable, like it's not worth it. You don't even need this extra catch. Like it's not worth it. You've done this for long enough. You just did it to reach your goal and you're done. So now the second negative experience is when they don't pay. I had a nightmare one year when a alleged diffuser company, you remember I used to promote like 1 billion different diffusers, right? Well, one of them did pay eventually, so I'm not gonna call him out, but I was stunned. The woman was too stunned to speak to find out that they wanted their diffuser back. Yeah, they gave me a diffuser halfway across the globe, and they wanted me to ship it back. And I actually liked that diffuser, so I felt a little bit like butthurt about it, but they did pay $1,000, so I'm like, okay, well, but at that time, I was getting so many offers. I'm like, what is 1,000? Like, I could wipe my bum with this, right? Like, I was just so ungrateful because I'm like, they want their diffuser back. They want me to put work to go to the post office to do this. And they had me re-edit my video 3 times. So to me, that was like, I'm literally wasting money here. Like, I'm literally wasting time and money and energy. So, yeah, you want to look out for that. You're gonna eventually, if you do this a long time, get a bad apple, okay? They didn't pay. I sent it. I confirmed a week later. Again, another week passed. Still didn't send payment. Always had some excuse. And finally they sent payment when I threatened legal action against them. Sometimes you just have to be a B word, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't actually gonna do that. I'm not that type of person. But if you sign a contract, they're supposed to pay. They're bound by that contract to pay. Doesn't matter how the video performed. It doesn't matter if they made less than what they paid me. They are bound to pay. And I did eventually end up charging quite a bit per 1,000 views because my engagement with sponsorships had great results. I've worked with companies that ended up on major magazines, commercials, like before they were even that known. And I felt like, yeah, I was a huge role in that. Like my videos had hundreds of thousands of views, some of them millions. And then I'm like, oh, it's because like no one else did a sponsor or promo with that company, and then they end up this huge company. I'm like, I wonder why. Well, duh, I just promoted their product to hundreds of thousands of faces online. And you gotta recognize this as well. Like, the more views you get doesn't necessarily mean you have the right to charge more, because the more views you get, the less engagement you get. So there's a reason I earn more now. Okay. Back then, I had such low, crappy engagement. Like, I'd be lucky if out of 10,000 people, one person bought a product. Nowadays, 1,000 people watch, there'll be like 10 people buying a product. You know what I'm saying? Or one of my services, right? So it's because I have, like, when you have that small niche audience and you master it and you know how to market it, you do much better than a million people you don't know who see your face the first time. And that's kind of how the platform worked back then. Like, I was getting a lot of new faces, but people were clicking away fast. People were not subscribing right away. They were not engaging with the product. They're like, oh, this person's always selling products, and then they like leave just to leave a troll comment. So yeah, that's that. So having come from both ends of the spectrum of days when I would have, like, there were days I had 100,000 views, and then now maybe at best 15, 20 in a day, right? I can see why views don't matter. People get that confused and twisted. Even like these TikTok stars and stuff, Instagram people get. Do you know how much Instagram, TikTok pay? Poop. 1/100th. Okay. It's not cute. Okay, it's actually very sad. So unless someone has a website, you won't make money. I don't care how big of a star you are. A lot of stars are broke. Okay, for a reason. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to sell a product. They don't even have a product to sell or something. So I'm here to tell you the straight up facts, okay? So another thing is you're capped and limited if you do sponsorships. Here's why. If you always do sponsorships, especially if you're a certain type of channel, it limits you because people don't always want to see you promoting someone else's product, right? And even sometimes when you promote a product in a video, I noticed the views always would be less on videos I promote products. So when I put a link in the description, it would always take me down in the search. So I kind of like, in a sense, sabotage myself there, because it's like, yeah, I had to sell, in a sense, my videos / channel, but it was also bringing it down at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, no one gives a crap, but because also I was one of the first to do that on a popular ASMR channel consistently, that's why you see, so it was a risk, and I didn't know where it was going to go, because I was literally the first. It was uncharted territory. So there were others doing it, but not as much as me. Hands down, I've done way more than any of them at the time, that's for sure. So the thing is, I was also taking on just any sponsor, anyone. I didn't care what it was, any product, anything, come at it, even if I never used it. Make sure you don't do that, because you have to be authentic to who you are, and the people watching want to connect with your authenticity. So don't just sell a product you don't really believe in, because they're not going to believe in you, okay? So that was another valuable mistake and lesson I had to learn. realized I was charging too much. Like, it got to a point where it was like 100, 200, 300, now 350, now 400, now 500. I was charging then like 750, then 800, then 1,000. Then I went to 1,500, then 2,000, you know, and then I found that I was getting less and less offers back. Then I slowly started charging less. I was like, okay, now back to 1,000, now back to 500, until I got a lot, and then I went back up again, 1,000, 2,000, and then I had to go back down a lot, and then eventually I went back down to like 350 after a while. And then I noticed they just weren't really contacting as much anymore, you know, so I was like, okay, I struck when the iron was hot, right? And because that's when the website got really oversaturated to the point where, like, they just weren't paying, or they just weren't, you know, inviting people as much as they used to, because there's so many other people they're inviting, and then all of a sudden, like, other ASMR artists started blowing up, and it's like, it just became like, okay, that was a thing that I did for some time, and I still got offers, don't get me wrong, but I understood my place. I'm like, okay, you know, I didn't see myself doing this forever anyway, because it just didn't make me happy, right? It was just about the money. It took so much energy, so much effort, and I didn't believe in the products. I never really did. I didn't even use them. Like, yeah, one was probably like a mattress. I gave that to my family. Like, I didn't even use it. Like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I had to throw out so much stuff that I got from sponsors for free, like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, like gifted or in the trash. Like, I just couldn't haul it all in the closets. So some things I still keep, but they're not really mine because I gifted them. So yeah, that's that. Like, a family got a lot of stuff. Like, I'm talking like, oh my god, I could go on and on. Family, friends, face masks, clothes, things like, oh, like, I could go on and on. But yeah, it definitely did help me reach my goals faster, but I became more agitated, more irritated, more anxious with time. I was like, you know, I'm just working for these companies and I'm promoting their products and making them rich. And then what am I doing for myself? I'm just getting a one-off payment. The reason I didn't do affiliate links is because it didn't pay. Like, I was getting tens of thousands of views per video, and I would earn maybe $4, $8 from affiliate. Like, it did nothing for me. I'm like, this is pathetic, right? So, you have to do what works best for you. I'm not saying affiliate doesn't work. People have success with affiliate. Personally, I never did. That's on me. I never liked it. I always thought that was super low engagement. The click-through rate sucked really bad. So yeah, I would rather a one-off payment. That's my opinion. You figure out your strategy. Some people do a mini one-off payment and affiliate link. Some people do strictly affiliate link. Don't ever let a sponsor make you think you're only worth a free product. Like, oh, well, we'll send you free product if you promote it. So you're gonna earn hundreds, if not thousands of dollars off my back with just a measly free product that cost you 10 cents to make, $1 maybe at most. Get out of here with that. Like a piece of plastic that's, like, really, you're worth that much? Come on, you know better, right? You have an audience, you need to fund your channel, you know? So you have to think realistically, like, hey, I have to eat, you know? Inflation, especially now. If I was doing sponsors now, Honey Child, I would be charging them. No mercy, okay? Don't have mercy. And don't just accept any offer. Know your worth, know your value. You're not just a piece of plastic, okay? So, set goals too, okay? Make that a priority. So, the good thing about sponsors is if you build a relationship with them, the video takes off and works, or you just get high engagement and they really like the product you sell because you know how to sell, because you learned marketing over time. And that doesn't mean taking a class on it or going to school for it. It means with experience you learn. I learned by experience what works and what doesn't work. What you say to the person to get to sell. I'll go into that, but you build relationships with people and then you end up doing a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time working with that person, and that makes you money in the long run, right? Consistently, and you get a steady paycheck through them and more products, right? How do you sell emotion? One of the first things, like, here's a product number number one, right? And then it's like, oh, by you purchasing this product, you're gonna help hungry people in need, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Sell emotion. You gotta kind of like be a master manipulator of emotion at the time, right? Here's product number two. Let's see how it compares to product number one. That doesn't really work. A comparison that is like saying like, well, I'm better than. You're better off saying everyone's great, but this product has this extra thing that the others don't. You see what I'm saying? So, and you have to be honest and believable. Like, you can't just be all like, oh my god, this is the best product on earth. Oh, I live for this, ride or die. Like, you have to be honest and say, it could use some work here, but, kind of like an Amazon review, right? You want to be authentic and genuine. Because that way you trick the audience into thinking you actually use the product and care. Okay? So, you want to be nice to your sponsors, okay? Their experience, maybe I had a bad day and it wasn't so nice, and yeah, maybe they didn't pay right away for that reason, or, maybe thought I was being too entitled and spoiled, right? Or, set myself up for something that I wasn't worth, right? And then they regretted their decision later. One thing I will tell you, you never want to do is, because I made the same mistake too, sign a contract and then don't do it. They will constantly email you. Yeah, you could block them and report them as spam, like I did. Yeah, I was a jerk. I'm honest with you, at least. Maybe it got to my head, right? I was doing so well. I'm like, F you, I don't need to do this. Because they had like such high standards and regulations that I was like, oh my god, like I didn't even realize what I got into until after I signed. I'm like, you want me to do what now? And I just ignored them, and nothing ever happened. But I'm like, yeah, I permanently lost my relationship with that company now because, I obviously didn't follow through. And nothing will happen really if you do. It's just you're not bound to it. It's just they just won't work with you anymore. They won't pay you. That's it. That's all that happens. And they rip it up, They void it. But I did want to go into this one time that, another faulty thing. Sometimes you will do a sponsor and they'll say, okay, here's payment, but don't post the video. So I just made the best video. Yeah, there's an unreleased video out there that is so good. It's about like, it's like a toy. That's all I can say. A toy with, it's fun. It's just really fun. I'm like, I cannot say what it is. A huge company too. Yeah. They said no. Here's payment. Don't post the video. I don't know why they did that. It really irked me. It frustrated me to this day. I was even feeling petty. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post it behind their back years from now. No, I deleted it, like, just so I wouldn't be stupid and do that, because I'm bound by contract. I cannot post it. So that sucks. And, yeah, I wish I did to this day. It probably would have done very well. It was a very good video. Like, it was one of my favorite to make, too. I had a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the editing process, and I put a lot of editing into it. And they didn't even really pay that much to begin with, but, I was really disappointed. I was like, wow, that's a first. So that can happen too. So be ready to be disappointed. Be ready to make a video with only 2 people watching. The person who hired you and maybe their manager or assistant. That's it. Like, I'm telling you. It sucks. It really does suck. But that's also part of, like, it happened around the same time the headphone company thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a sign I should stop doing this, Huge company. I can't believe they even bothered to reach out to me. So, anyway. I'm dead serious. This, like, anyway, I digress. Oh, and then there's those sponsors where they want you to promote another YouTuber's product. So there's a popular YouTuber I technically work for. She had like 10 million subs or whatever. Her manager reached out to me. It's not that I actually talked to her. She probably didn't even know my name. But they randomly selected me to work with her product because this YouTuber had another like toy product, right? It was popular at the time, I guess. And so, yeah. But I only did it for a free shout out, and I don't think that shout out ever came. Like, I asked them like 2 years later, I was like, where's my shout out? And they were like, oh, we already did it on a Facebook live stream. And I'm like, yeah, I don't see that anywhere. Liars. So I like basically promoted her product. Ooh. Or his product. For like nothing. Like that shout out did not earn me subscribers. I doubt it. There were probably like 1,000 kids that did it, so she probably read like 1,000 names, you know what I'm saying? So who's gonna remember my name? Seriously. Anyway, I believe it always comes back to you, but you know, that was the third time. That was like the triple knockout thing. Like, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. I'm done doing this for good. Like, I feel trolled. I feel like it's just negative energy. So I'm telling you to tell you what to watch out for and look out for. Know your limits, stay in your lane, and watch out. Also, you want to promote products in your niche. I was promoting everything from spin brushes to makeup to women's unboxing. Yes, like a women's company reached out to me, and I'm not a woman. Only women products. And I guess they thought I was because I wore a bunch of makeup. I'm like, really weird. Like, I'm telling you, I did all sorts of stuff, all sorts of different products, and it's because those products worked with ASMR, so it was kind of win-win. I highly recommend you don't do that. Stick to one type of makeup, maybe beauty, right? Gaming, if that's a gaming channel, you do gaming sponsors. You don't sell makeup in a gaming channel for money. You're gonna be looked at as a sellout. You'll lose people, I'm telling you. Another thing is, there were websites that I went to apply. So, about 25% of the time I'd get spons because I applied for it. So there were 2 websites that I would do this on. One officially went closed, went out of business, stopped. I made quite a bit from that one, so I was pretty disappointed when they closed down because I was applying. I was like spam applying. Like, there were like 50 a day, like applying to different sponsors. Eventually you'll get a reply back. Like, I noticed, like, I would apply for every 20 to 30, I'd get 1 response at least, and then for every 50 to 100 I'd get the job, right? So I'd really have to like be persistent because they get a lot of people contacting them, right, from different third-party websites and stuff. And it worked, you know. It did me very well, and I worked with some pretty famous names today. Like, yeah, by doing that, like Michael Todd spin brushes and this natural makeup with clay. I forgot the name of it. And it was exciting. Like, you know, I was still in college. I was the first to do it, and in the ASMR community, I was like, oh my god, like, I know the secret. Like, it was exciting. It was really exciting. Yeah, it really was. So that's, you know, you want to do, like, it worked for me at the time because it was exciting. It was joyous, you know. I was celebrating every time. It stopped working when I became, like, really upset, stressed, miserable. Like, I thought they didn't pay enough, you know. You see how the energy shifted. So that's why it stopped working for me. So, yeah. And, like, the first time I got a sponsor, I didn't even try. Like, I applied for one, and they replied immediately. They loved me. They paid me right away. It was beautiful. So, yeah. That's my secret. People always wondered, like, do you apply for sponsors? Do you reach out? Do you get contacted? Most of the time it was me getting contacted, but on the slow weeks and months when I would not really get a good company offer, that's when I would apply. So, you always want to put in extra work to make sure that you can keep up when there are slow, because there are going to be slow days, right? Like, strategy. That's everything. I would, promote a product. Also, be very honest. At the beginning, I wasn't honest that it was a sponsored video, and that was back before YouTube had a regulation that you have to be honest. So technically, I got away with it for a long time, but I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I felt humiliated. Like people were gonna call me like a sellout and say like, you're not. I wasn't honest. I was selling a product, but not saying it was a sponsored video. Back then you could get away with it, but now you just can't, right? So, yeah, always be honest. Up front, you have to say it. Like, by rule now, you have to say it's a sponsored video. If it's not your website, okay? I don't have to say that for me saying, go check out TonyBomboni.com, links below, right? I don't have to say that. It's my website, If it's someone else's product, I have to say it, so. I have YouTube support. I asked them, okay, if you have 100,000 subscribers or more, you have YouTube email support 24/7. I can talk to them. I asked them. They're like, yeah, dude, you don't need to keep saying that every time for your website. It's yours, right? Duh. Like, because then you'd have to say, like, I'm sponsored by me. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Obviously, so, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, make sure you're honest and upfront and tell your audience, like, this is sponsored. This is okay, so there's a difference. So there's sponsorship, and then there is paid. There is a sponsor. Like, if a company's a sponsor, technically there's a different meaning to that, but it's still called sponsor. And then there is, they're an advertiser. So technically it's like advertiser, commercial, or paid product placement, something like that. There's a difference. You have to look up the two. But, people always say spons, because I'm like, if you're sponsored, you're sponsored, right? A sponsorship technically is a company pays you per view, technically, right? Not like a one-time payment, affiliate link, something like that. There's a difference. You'll have to look into it. It's been a while. I forgot exactly, but you even have to tick mark that it's a sponsored video in your settings and stuff like that. Okay, so let me go into Instagram and stuff like that. I don't know too much about TikTok. I'm still getting started. I might go live there someday, but yeah, I haven't obviously been promoting products on TikTok because I just don't do products placements really anymore. Instagram will not pay as much, especially if you don't have the same views you do as your other platform did. They can pay you for a story. They can pay you for a post, a story and a post. And there's always a rule, like, you have to keep this on air for at least 3 months, 3 days, something like that. Typically on YouTube it was like a year. You have to keep the video live at least 6 months to a year, Sometimes sponsors will tell you you cannot promote any other company that is similar to our company for 3 months. So if you promote a spin brush company, for example, you cannot promote any other spin brush company for 3 months. So there's also that. So you see how wide of a range of stuff you have to learn about and know over time. It can get confusing. It really can. Personally, I found the gaming sponsors the hardest. Although the gaming sponsors pay the most for the least views, gaming sponsors are rich. Like, those apps make millions of dollars a year. So they pay big, but they're the hardest to do because you have to show your gaming play on the phone. You have to make different angles. You have to, sometimes they'll send you clips to overlay in your video. You have to edit it, and if they don't like it, you have to redo something or say something differently and go back and do that. Ugh, it's just such a pain. And then you have to paste it back in your whole video and re-render it again. Typically. So, also they'll require you to get the game for like a month, a week, and level up to a certain level, and they want to see you playing at level 46. So it looks like you've been playing forever. Sometimes they'll send you a code and be nice and be like, hey, here's a cheat code so you can get there fast. So you don't have to actually sit there and play it, but we want you to actually sit there and play it. I'm like, I don't even like games. Like, why would I do that? So anyway, and there's another thing I was gonna say. You see how wide range this is? There's so much to it. send out to a lot of YouTubers at once, like that they're doing a promotion. So yeah. There was one thing, so you sit there and play the game. It slipped my head, but there was another kind of topic. I guess it wasn't that important if it slips your mind, but I was getting into it. I was basically saying how they'll sit there and ask you to do the game. So I'm just kind of flowing. These are not ever scripted, these videos, but like there's so much that comes to mind when I talk that I just will keep talking and talking. But I think it's one of my final points I was getting to, and it just slipped my mind. Gosh darn it. Well, anyway, poopsies, let's see if I come up with anything else in general about sponsorships and promotions. There was one other thing which sucks, I really wanted to tell you. And that would have ended the video, I'm sure, but, well, I guess you'll never know. You'll just have to find out with time and experience. But I hope this has helped you, learning through my experience, what I've been through working with these companies, so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. Again, sometimes I'll ask you to post YouTube and Instagram as well. That's not what I was going to say. Sometimes, and Twitter. It depends. I used to be like, okay, I'll promote your product on YouTube, and then I'll do Insta for an extra 100 or 200, and then I'll do Twitter for an extra 50 to 100, something like that, and then that would, like, you know, entice them to be like, okay, you know, so you usually have like a media kit where it shows your stats, like your subs, your views per video per month, and they also want to see your, like, demographics, your male, female, what age range, so you have all that in your analytics. You screen grab that, send it to them, and that's basically your media kit. Whatever companies you work with, your most successful companies, how much you require as payment on a range average. And even when you apply for companies on those websites that used to exist, like FameBit, for example, they would have like, we'll pay between 1 and 250, 250 and 500, 500 and 1,000, 1,000 and 5,000, 5,000 and 10,000, right? There are sponsors that sometimes they require you to physically go somewhere and like get your teeth whitened, and then you show them, or like get a microdermabrasion on your face. It's a lot. It's very wide range. Sometimes they'll have you do a TV commercial if you're lucky, right? If you get picked out of 1,000 YouTubers, right? But you want to discern. The hardest part is always discerning what's a real legit email and what's not. Make sure the email is at, like if they say they're from Best Fiends, the at is Best Fiends, or like whatever the media company is that works with them, and then they have that professional like name and then company name and address and phone number in the bottom. You Google that phone number and make sure that's actually them. You Google that address, you know. If it's like written like it's in Chinese or something, maybe not. I did work with a lot of Chinese companies, like the ones that they didn't pay much, but they earned me a lot in the long term because I kept consistently working with them when others didn't want to. I did work with Chinese companies quite a lot, okay, quite a lot, and it did help long term. It surely did. But that was just my personal decision. I stopped doing that because there was a language barrier. It was too hard to keep translating, too hard to keep back and forth. Like, there was confusion, and they weren't even sure what I said half the time. I'm sure I wasn't even sure what they said half the time. So it's just like, you know, it is what it is. So, but I love them. They are awesome. They're the nicest people ever. Like, oh my god. Like, that's why I enjoyed it so much. I was like, I actually like talking to them. They're like seriously one of the nicest people ever. So yeah. And then for a short while, I was gonna sell up my own product, foot pads, detox foot pads. And I was working with this company. I was like, I'm gonna order like maybe like 5,000 boxes of these. I want to sell them on Amazon, and I was gonna start doing that fulfillment, but then like FBA, but then something told me in my spirit, like, don't, you're just gonna be more unhappy. So I'm like, nah. And it would have taken me away from YouTube too, but it probably would have been a great investment, you know. Buy one for $1, sell it for like $10-$20. also refer companies. They're gonna ask you for other YouTubers that you like, that they could like to work with. Do that. I referred a few people to